The King Center, founded by Coretta Scott King, is the official institution of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy, championing and developing nonviolent leaders. In 2024, we impacted over 100,000 youth, equipped 150 interns, and trained over 2,000 leaders in nonviolent strategies. Join King 100 as we build King Center 2.0, empower 500,000 youth, and train 1 million individuals on Nonviolence 365. Join the movement at thekingcenter.org. Text MLKGIVE to 44321.
Students with King serves as the King Center's flagship engagement platform for elementary, middle, and high school students, highlighting the legacies of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Mrs. Coretta Scott King, and the impact of the 20th century American Civil Rights Movement. Our dynamic and interactive programming has reached over 1 million students worldwide. Our core learning programs introduce students to the philosophy of Kingian nonviolence, coined Nonviolence 365, and provide important lessons about how they can apply nonviolence in their immediate environments. Whether you're an educator who is looking for ways to bring the King legacy into your classroom, a student who wants to learn more about this powerful moral movement, or a parent who wants to get your child involved in character building and literacy development activities, Students with King is your one-stop shop for unique lesson plans, teaching resources, educational field trips, and other opportunities to engage with the history of the American Civil Rights Movement and its powerful leaders. We look forward to engaging with you and your students. Together we can build the next generation of compassionate, courageous, and conscientious leaders.
Good morning, parents, teachers, students. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in to this amazing edition of Students with King Reading Corner. We are back for the 2025-2026 school year. We are so excited that you guys have taken time out of your busy school day to join us this morning because, as always, we have another great, amazing book reading for you. And then, of course, we're going to follow it up with an amazing Q&A. So we're going to get into all of that. But before we do that, we got to take care of a couple of housekeeping things. So we have our survey, right? We have our survey. You guys can go ahead and scan the QR code on your screen. And then, we also have the opportunity where you guys can donate to the King Center. So you guys can invest in our youth, invest in the future, invest in hope, invest in meeting the moment and championing change. You can scan that QR code right now to donate to the King Center today. We really, really would greatly appreciate your donation. And hey, you know that your donation is going towards an amazing, great cause. And then also we have our QR code for our survey that you guys can take. This helps us improve here at Students with King Reading Corner. It helps, the program get better and better as we move forward. So you guys can go ahead and scan that survey that is in the top corner of your screen. You can go ahead and put your phones up to that and you can scan that as well. Well, guys, it is the moment you all have been waiting for. Let's hear that drum roll. We already know what's about to happen. Yes, sir. Okay, it is time for the state roll call. So go ahead, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. Comment your classroom, your school, your state, your city, your country, because this is an international broadcast. A lot of you guys tune in internationally as well. So we would love to hear where you guys are tuning in from. So go ahead, hit the comment section. Let us know right now where you guys are watching from. Actually, right now, I'm broadcasting in Macon, Georgia. So I would love to know where you guys are watching from on this amazing Tuesday morning in October. So go ahead, comment hit the comment section, whether you're in Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from on this great morning. Hey, we got some people in here. We got Bernice Wilson Harrell tuning in from Houston, Texas. Okay, H-Town in the building. Where y'all at? We see y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this morning. Great to have you guys on our broadcast this morning. We greatly appreciate that. And guys, continue to comment throughout the broadcast where you all are tuning in from, and we'll shout you guys out throughout our broadcast this morning. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and bring in our amazing author. I am talking about Reverend Nicholas K. Young. He will be reading his children's book, Carrie the Caring Koala, A Child's Guide to Therapy. This engaging and empowering book helps children and families gain a deeper understanding of the transformative power of emotional healing. So let's go ahead and bring in Reverend Nicholas right now. Rev, how are you doing on this amazing morning?
I am doing so good. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. I'm humbled to be on this platform. Truly, truly happy to be here with you all this morning.
Oh, yeah. Well, we definitely appreciate you so much for coming on, spending some time with us and reading your book to the children. So let's go ahead and get into the book reading.
Carrie the Caring Koala, Where Feelings Find a Friend, A Child's Guide to Therapy by myself, Nicholas Young. In a tree that sits tall near a river by the bend lived a koala named Carrie, who was everyone's friend. His big giant tree was known from both far and near as the place one could go to find a listening ear. Knock on the door. With a big smile, he will open it and say, "Come, let's sit and talk for a while." Carrie was a therapist, so he used his koala time helping all of the animals heal their hearts and minds. One sunny day, Landon the lion came by. His head was lowered, trying not to cry. "We lost our big game, and it's making me sad. Will you help me, Mr. Carrie? I'm tired of feeling so bad." Carrie nodded. "Of course I will help. That's why I am here. In this tree, you can talk about your feelings with no judgment and no fear." Landon took a breath, deep and long. Then he told Carrie where everything went wrong. As he spoke, Carrie listened with love and care. He told Landon it's okay to have tears. Next came Liberty the lemur, who was always seen with a smile or laugh. But deep down inside, she was not so glad. "Carrie," she whispered, ears drooping low, "sometimes I have these feelings that just don't show." Carrie said, "Liberty, my friend, you never have to pretend. You are still a strong lemur when you don't want to smile. Your value does not change based on how much you laugh or frown." The next day, Lauren the lamb made her way. "How do I pick which one of my friends should go or stay? Rudy the rabbit only comes when the weather is fair, but rain or shine, Brittany the bunny is here." With an open heart and ears wide open, Carrie began to listen and guide. Lauren, my dear, this is your space. Therapy helps put relationships in place. Now that you've expressed what is on your heart, let me tell you how friends can do their part. Brittany the bunny is how all friends should be. Loyal and true is what we all need. Tell Rudy the rabbit how you feel. If he changes, your relationship may heal. Lauren went along singing a song about how therapy can help us all get along. One by one, all the animals stopped by to give Carrie's therapy tricks a try. Carrie taught each of them to express and say what they felt and wanted in a healthy way. To draw, to write, dance, or even sing helps us make sense of what our feelings bring. Talking helps. It's like a key to unlock emotions and set them free. So if you're ever feeling a certain way, think about what Carrie the koala would say. Sharing feelings makes you strong. With a little help, you won't go wrong. In the next few pages, Carrie gives some tricks to help your mind. These are some of your feelings: happy, sad, angry, and stressed. These are some things Carrie does to feel better. He plays with his toys. He tries deep breathing. He goes and takes walks. He likes to color and draw. That's the end.
Amazing. Loved it. That was awesome, man. So, guys, want to encourage you to go ahead, hit the comment section, go ahead, start commenting your questions for Reverend Nicholas, and we will get to as many questions as we can before the broadcast ends, and then also continue to comment where you guys are tuning in from as well. So I'm going to start with this, right? Okay, so, a couple of things. This book is about therapy, right? But what I noticed is that you used a koala. A koala is a very, specific animal because, a lot of times people just use a dog or a cat. So I wanted to know, why did you decide to use a koala? Because that's, a very Pacific animal.
That is a great question. Koalas actually are my nieces. I have twin nieces, and that's their favorite animal. And I asked what their favorite animal was, and the koala came up.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
What I'm finding a lot of times when we bring people on the broadcast, there's always some sort of family tie to book or to the main character that they have used, whether that be a representation of their children or nieces and nephews and stuff. So I kind of like that, how everybody finds that family tie within them. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, we got a comment from Tracy Young, says, wow, this is great. How appropriate to put family in the story. Oh, we were just talking about that. Yeah.
Literally.
Awesome. Then we got Sunshine tuning in from Waldorf, Maryland. Appreciate y'all so much tuning in this morning. We got Lisa Gilmore from Fort Washington, MD. Okay, Maryland coming through this morning. We appreciate y'all. We got Blue Wolf. Got a question here. Says, what made you come up with this concept and who are you trying to reach?
This is a great question from my pops, and it just speaks to the need for kids to have the tools to grow up to be healthy adults. I wrote this book so that people could grow up knowing that it's not bad to ask for help, and that they can get the tools to learn how to have healthy relationships while they're still kids.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's so important because I think nowadays a lot of people sometimes are afraid to ask for help. They might feel a little insecure, or they might think it might make them feel a little bit, I guess, lower down if they have to ask somebody for help. But we all are gonna need help at some point, in our lives and stuff. And so it's just important to grasp, that comfortability of asking for help.
Hmm. Hmm.
Gotta
Hmm.
ask for help, you know. So moving on, right? So when it comes to therapy, right? Talk about how important therapy is, right? That because that is a big thing nowadays.
Therapy is so important. I mean, it's like the new sliced bread, I would say. You get a chance to bounce ideas off of someone who's unbiased, off of someone who's trained to hear what you're saying, that's going to listen to you, not going to judge you, and they can give you feedback and responses that help you learn about relationships to emotions. It helps you keep your mind on track. I am a big proponent of therapy. One stat I love is that a young Black male that goes to therapy one time in a year is 65% less likely to be incarcerated in that year. So if you're talking about particularly young Black boys, you're talking about therapy is a threat to the prison industrial complex.
Hmm. Got you. Okay. And so when it comes to therapy, obviously, there might be some younger people who are listening right now. They might not, kind of really know how it works and stuff. So can you kind of break it down as to how therapy works and what is, I guess, the process of getting a therapist and those kinds of things?
Certainly, therapy is you find you're gonna go on, like if you're going to a restaurant, or you were looking for a church home, or you wanted to hang out somewhere with your friends, you will look it up on Google. And so you find you go on Google and say, I'm looking for a therapist, and you're gonna see a bunch of different links that'll come up. One of my favorite websites to find a therapist is Psychology Today, because it will match with your insurance plan. It'll have your zip code, people who are licensed, and it'll tell you if those people are accepting clients at that time. You reach out to that person, and there are other websites just like this as well. But you reach out to that person, you tell them you want an appointment, and when you get with that person, they're going to be asking you things about your background. And a good therapist is going to ask you, what do you want? What are your goals? How can I help you? And you tell that therapist, hey, look, I want to be more disciplined in this area, or hey, I need help bettering myself in this aspect of school. I feel this type of way, and I don't know what I should do about it. The therapist is going to listen. They're going to come up with a plan, and you can meet with that person on a frequent basis and figure out how to solve whatever you want to accomplish.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, definitely appreciate you, breaking that down for everybody. That way they're able to understand, what that process is like and how to go about getting one. We got a comment from Patricia A. Green. Good morning from Los Angeles, California. All right, LA coming through. We appreciate y'all. We got Herschel Daniels Jr., the MLK Coalition of Cincinnati is in the house. Okay. All right, MLK Coalition, we see y'all. We appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. And then Herschel's question is, how does your book help our kids? Great question.
Great question. The book it gives kids an introduction to what therapy is in a very friendly and inviting way. Children I've witnessed read the book absolutely love it. It also affirms the fact that there's nothing wrong with having different emotions, and it also teaches them that, like, you can learn from other people how to navigate relationships, how to feel what you feel. I love the workbook in the back. I think that's the prize of the book. Truly, it helps people identify what their emotions are, and it also helps kids know what they can do to feel better. It also has a workbook where they can write stuff in it for themselves, so they can keep that on their own mental health journey. And if you are a parent, a caregiver, a grandparent, whatever, if you're a teacher, there's also a resource guide in the back to help if you are having a mental health crisis with your child.
Oh wow! So there's resource like in the back of the book. There are resources. Okay, perfect. That's nice. Yeah. Because it's good. When you have your book, of course, you have like the actual text, and then you have resources in the back too. That way, people can continue on. But that's really helpful. So, All right, we got a question from Sunshine. Just letting you guys know, don't forget to comment your questions. We got a couple of minutes left for questions, so comment as many questions as you guys have, and we'll get to as many as we can. So we got a question from Sunshine. She says, do you find that parents are receptive to getting their children therapy?
I think when I think the more we talk about it, I think the more we have conversations like this, the more parents and children are introduced to characters like Carrie the Caring Koala, they are receptive. I think parents want to do whatever they can for their kids. Those are the type of parents I've had the privilege of interacting with. They'll do anything that they can to help their kids live their better life. And when parents know that this is an asset and it helps their parenting, it helps their kids grow, I find that parents are invested.
Nice. Yeah, and speaking of, everybody with their questions, come on through. We love it. All right, we got Tracy Young. How and would you approach a parent who has a child that is struggling with emotional trauma? It's a great question.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Aunt Tracy, for this this question. And I would one, normalize. That's the first thing I want to do. The mental health challenges are so common. 70% of people in the United States can be said to have some type of mental health diagnosis at this current moment. So mental health challenges are very normal. I would just normalize that. This is not a failure of parenting. This is not saying you did something wrong. And then I would say in the same way, if your kid had a cold that lasted for too long, or if your kid had a fracture on their leg, and you would take them to the hospital, there's nothing wrong with taking them to a therapist so they can get a checkup from the neck up.
Nice, got you. Wow, yeah, that's definitely important. And then, okay, we got Herschel Daniels Jr. says, can you can DM me or email me? Then it has his email or Herschel. Okay, yeah. So he has his email. So yeah, they looks like they're networking. Love it. Hey, look, we can network virtually. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right, and then Sunshine says, do you find that parents are receptive to getting their children therapy? I think we hit that question already. So moving on, we got more questions. Okay, Blue Wolf says, will there be any follow-up books, maybe TV animation series? All right, giving you some ideas there.
Right. That's a great question. And yes, we're looking at producing an animation series for Carrie the Caring Koala and having stories and scenarios where he's helping people talk through certain issues.
Nice. Okay. And then speaking of the animals, because you had some different animals in there. I believe I saw like a lemur and some other kinds of animals as well. Any story behind those kinds of animals that you use that were, coming to the koala?
Yes, these are all the product of my nephew and nieces, Liberty, Landon, and Lauren. Love y'all. If y'all ever watch this, this is the product of them.
Nice. And are those Tracy's kids?
No, these are my sister Brittany's kids.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. Aunt Tracy's my aunt.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, Aunt Tracy's your aunt. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Christina A.J. Collins says, do you have plans to write for older boys, tweens, and teens?
I certainly do. That's in the pipeline now. Particularly, I'm working on a book for college students, which isn't that age demographic that was just mentioned, but that is something I'm praying on and meditating about.
Nice. And I did see another comment on there too. Wanted to know if you go to schools and if you do book readings in person at schools and stuff. Is that something that you do?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, nice. All right. And then, of course, we'll hit that contact information, how people can get in touch with you before we close out the broadcast. And then we got Arnita Sai says, how do you help siblings deal with their troubled sibling? That's important.
Absolutely. Siblings can be interesting relationships. And that's something that I always like to give the individual and the family unit a chance to work on together collaboratively in therapy. So if the individual is not feeling like they're affirmed and they're having issues with the sibling, I want to create a space in therapy for that child to be able to say whatever, because you can't really say whatever to mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, or uncle and aunt. So I give them a space to say whatever, however they feel about their sibling, however they feel parents treat the sibling. And then if we're talking about problem solving, I would want to approach that in a family unit dynamic where we're all naming what's happening and how we're all feeling, and we can come together and work to solve for the issue.
Nice. Yeah, that's great, man. Getting to the bottom of it, getting those problems solved. We love it. Doris Riley says, God bless you. God bless you guys as well. We got Core Neighbors says, Core Neighbors, nice tool for a child therapist. Absolutely, definitely, 100% agree there. And go ahead and let everybody know before we close out. Go ahead and let everybody know where they can follow you, how they can get in touch with you if they do want to come, if they do want you to come and speak, and then also where people can support you and get the book.
Absolutely. So everybody on all social media platforms at Nick Young's Life. That's at NickYoungs Life. And that's primarily I use TikTok and Instagram. I do some stuff on Facebook, and YouTube is coming soon. You can follow me there. The book is linked in my bio on both platforms, and it's also on Amazon. And it's Carrie with a K, Carrie the Caring Koala, where feelings find a friend, a child's guide to therapy.
All right, perfect, awesome, fantastic. And then one more thing before we go ahead and let us know what you got coming up next. Anything brewing, and got anything in the pipeline? What do you have coming up?
What do I like in one more time?
Yeah. No, I was saying like anything before we close out. Just want to give you opportunity. You got any events coming up? Anything you want to promote? Anything that you're working on for the future?
Yes, absolutely. I have a Christian card game coming out that'll be on the different platforms called the book is called. I mean the game is the card game is the
No, you're good. You're good.
The card game is called Grace, and so it's a fun card game people will be able to play. So just please stay tuned for that.
Okay, yeah, that sounds awesome. And then where's your church? Where can people come and listen to you?
Yeah, I serve at New Bethel Baptist Church located in Washington, D.C. My senior pastor is the Reverend Dr. Dexter Nuttall.
Okay, nice, fantastic. Well, we appreciate you so much for coming on to this amazing edition of Students with King Reading Corner. Appreciate you so much for sharing your book with us and the students and the teachers as well. And we wish you nothing but the very best and good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you. All right, guys, we appreciate y'all so much for tuning in to this amazing edition of Students with King Reading Corner. Of course, you guys know you can catch us right here on a Pacific Tuesday in every month. The next Students with King Reading Corner is taking place on November 18th. So we definitely look forward to seeing you guys then. Also, don't forget, we have our QR code. Definitely need you guys to fill out our QR code. This takes our survey, right, for Students with King Reading Corner. Let us know what you thought about the broadcast today. And then also future broadcasts to come, you guys can go ahead, put your phone up to that QR code. You can scan it and let us know your thoughts and what you thought about today's program. Well, thank you guys so much for, and then also, let me not forget this again, we have the donation button as well to invest in our youth, invest in our future, invest in hope, invest in meeting the moment and championing change. You guys can go ahead and scan this QR code to donate to us here at the King Center. So y'all can go ahead, put that donation in there, and that goes to an amazing, amazing cause and helps us do everything, helps us carry out Dr. King's mission here at the King Center. So go ahead and donate to the King Center as well. Appreciate you guys so much tuning in to this amazing broadcast of Students with King Reading Corner. Thank you guys to the King Center for allowing me to serve as your moderator for Students with King Reading Corner. I'm Tyreek Wynn, morning news anchor for 41 NBC News. You guys can connect with me on social media as well. Social media handle is connected next to the lower third. Thank y'all so much, and we will catch y'all next month. See y'all then.
Dr. Bernice A. King.
And I'm Dr. Kimberly P. Johnson.
And we are the co-authors of
It Starts With Me, Well, it starts with me.
No, I think it really starts with me.
No.
Well, maybe it just starts with you.
It starts with you.
This is a book for children and the rest of the world about love. A powerful word that really can change and transform our world. Now, this girl here is Amora. So Amora is going to take us on a journey around the world with her friends, talking about how we can be loved.
Thank you so much for reading this book. It starts with me. Dr. King's vision is coming to life, and you guys are going to carry that vision into the world. Have fun reading.
We want our children and you, parents, to be loved in the way you speak, in the way you act, and in the way you think. That's what it starts with me about. It starts with me. I am the one who infects the world with love.
It starts with me.
We join hands with people around the world who yearn for peace. We are tired of other people making decisions for us. We want to control what happens to us. We want to write our own history. We want to tell our own story because we feel that we know it better than anyone else.